Hello everyone, welcome back to Nithin Academy and I'm Nithin. And today in PSLE Science 2019 Booklet A, I'll be going through multiple choice questions. And today in the MCQ Mastery series, I'll be going through question 3. So let's get started. So today I'll be going through question 3. So let's take a look at the question first. So this is question 3. And this question is actually testing us on plant transport system. So let's read the question first. The diagram shows how water and substance P flow through different parts A, B, C, and M of a plant. So this is the diagram here, and the legend here, or the key here, is basically water is the bold line and substance P is the dotted arrow line. Okay, so what do A, B, and C represent? Okay, so A, we have options here, B, we have options here, and C, we have options here. Okay, first, in order to understand how water flows through a plant, is not to look at the diagram, is to imagine the plant, okay? Because the diagram can be a little complicated at times. So, what we are gonna do is to actually draw a flower, because there's options of flower, leaf, root, stem. So we are gonna draw a flower, a leaf, and a root, and a stem. Okay, so let me just erase this here. Okay, so imagine that this, sorry, my flower's a bit ugly, but I hope you can understand what I'm trying to draw here. So this is a flower, okay, and this here is a stem, okay, and here are some roots, okay, and let me just draw a leaf here and another leaf. Okay, so they're talking about how water flows and how substance P. So first off the bat, substance P should actually be food for the plant, which is basically glucose, right? Glucose is actually sugar, okay, which is basically starch. So glucose is food for the plant. So substance P, we can straight off the bat tell that it's glucose. So how does the water and glucose flow through the plant? So if the leaf is right at the stem, how does substance P flow through? So let's take that M is actually the roots, okay? Because this is where water comes from. As you can see, right, water is the bold line, right? So you can see that water comes from here to there, here to there. But C, actually water comes from here to here. So actually M is not the roots. C, you see C here is actually the roots. Do you know why? Because the main source of water actually goes to M, which is basically should be the stem, because the stem is the only thing that transports water. Okay, let me just show you. The stem is actually the only thing that transports water to the leaves here and to the flower here, right? So M should be actually the stem. So when the water goes to the stem actually brings water to the leaf, which is A, or B, it could be B as well, and maybe the flower, which is B. Okay, so now we know that C is actually the roots, right? And M is actually the stem. But now we need to figure out what is the flower and what is the leaf. So basically the flower does nothing, right? It just receives water and food in order for it to bloom, right? But the leaves actually do something. The leaves actually make food for the plant, using the chloroplast in its leaf to trap sunlight in order to make food for the plant. But you can see that B here is actually receiving food and water, right? So means that saying that the B is actually the flower, right? And A actually makes food, transports it to the stem. Okay, there's too many arrows right now, so let me just erase these two arrows here. Transports food to the stem. Then from the stem, it actually transports food to the flower and to the roots. So this shows that A is actually the leaf, right? So now that we have identified all the parts A, B, C and M, now we can tell what A, B and C represents. So A is the leaf, so only 2 and 3 are right, so 1 and 4 is gone. B is actually the flower, right? So 2 is also wrong. So if you guys don't know how to find a C, right, you can actually just do A and B, right? Because if you don't know where the water comes from, you can just find out how A makes the food and how B receives the food. And this shows that it's actually the flower, and thus B does not produce any water, thus it can't be the roots. And you can then understand that B is actually the flower, right? So if you do not know how to identify the roots, no problem. You can just do A and B using the elimination method for MCQ. You can derive the answer really quickly. But if you know how to find the roots, please do double check your answers, okay? So C is the root, and it means that 3 is the right answer. So the answer for question 3 is 3, okay? So I hope you understood how to do such types of questions, and with that I've come to the end of this video. Thank you and bye bye. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.